neck and brought him back, made him give the camera back and stuff like that, and was like having people call the cops and they're holding on to him right outside the fucking Sagrada Familia, like right there, like the place where everyone's got their cameras out taking pictures. There's dudes like teenagers just running, just come fucking snatch your DSLR camera and run, like that kind of shit. But the people who live in Barcelona, they're getting fucking sick of it too. And this was like 2012 when I was there. They're losing their minds over this shit. They're getting sick of it. Even like the old people are like, fuck this, and they just go snatching people. They didn't expect it. Like, oh, here's some old guy. And like, come here, motherfucker. And oh, it was crazy. I was watching that shit like, god damn. Yeah. Anyone being scammed in Bangkok is pretty naive. Yeah, they don't usually go too far there, you know? Yeah. Yeah, they don't. But there's pickpocketing there for sure. On the beaches, stuff like that. There's pickpocketing. Careful with like those sleeping places and stuff like that. That's why it's good to go to those sleeping places where they make you pay, and you sit there and they come and serve you stuff like that, because other people come up and try and sell you things, and they'll chase them away. They don't want them selling there because it's like it's their spot that they paid for from the city and stuff like that. And you can like sleep there. Don't sleep like on the beach because someone will just fucking quietly snag your speaker or whatever, something you got there when you're sleeping. But aside from that, it's not like how it is in India or something where you got like intense pickpocketing scams and stuff like that. And in Paris, I had the first time I went to Paris, like 2010 or something like that. I was looking like I'd never seen like real street performers of that caliber before. Like they got some crazy street performers in Paris in the warm weather and stuff like that. Especially before COVID, back in the day, there was some wild shit. You would see some crazy shit, and it was my first time really seeing that because they never really had full-on crazy performances in Amsterdam. It's just a bunch of bullshit, like guy dressed up as the Scream guy on stilts, or you know, a Frozen robot guy, or whatever, that kind of shit, you know. But over there, they had like full-on crazy performance art stuff. And one of them, it was this lady who had like a boombox and she was singing, but she had like the biggest wig ever. It was like a gigantic afro about the size of this fucking couch. It was this massive thing balancing on her head, and she was singing, big dress, big lady, like just singing some French music and stuff. People were watching and looking, and I just like stopped and I was looking, and then she started yelling at me in French and started chasing me and shaking her money thing at me and chasing after me and stuff. Like, and I just started walking away. She started chasing after me and yelling at me and stuff, waving. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, man? What the hell, you know? Like, she just got mad that I looked. Like, you're standing here singing from a crappy boombox with like with a couch on your head. And, like, it was like a massive like fake wig thing, like as larger than her. It was like a really like oversized gigantic wig, like it was part of the act, you know, like a balancing act or something, I don't know. And she just got aggressive on me, and I was just standing there. This is like me like not being in Europe for very long, first time doing the real tourist thing, and I was like, the fuck, you know. Like, you don't have that shit like that in Thailand, you know. Helps that in Bangkok you can actually hustle legally, correct. And the business is there if you do. In Europe, stuff is regulated so much. Yeah, over here in the Netherlands, for example, in Amsterdam, the city rules are no amplifiers, first of all. No like music performances with amplifiers of any kind. You can only do acoustic performances, and you can only be in one spot for a maximum of 15 minutes, and then you need to move to another spot. You cannot keep standing at one spot all day performing and raking in money. You're not allowed to do that. And if you have a microphone and an amp, you're not allowed to do it. Even if it's really quiet, they don't allow it. No electricity allowed in it. And that's it. Yeah. There's no regulation for it. There's no like you have to tax the stuff. There's no permit for it available. None of that shit. I mean, there's a permit available for like performance art, but only as like it's not like a busker's permit or a street performer's permit. It's like a performance art, do something in a public space permit kind of thing, you know, similar to when they get the permit to put up the ice skating rink at Rembrandtplein, you know, so it's not something the average person can get. Maybe I'm just a bit paranoid. I've heard so many stories from people scamming that I don't even trust people renting jet skis in Thailand. Whenever there's one scratch on it, I don't want it. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, the scams can be found there when you go to like the islands and get like the scooters, and then they're like, oh, you broke the scooter, and they're like, it was like that, and it's like, yeah, there's shit like this. But a lot of them, the ones that do that, there's some telltale signs for the scammer rental places. It's the ones that want to grab your passport, almost always. They're a scam. They want to grab your passport while you're. Don't ever let anyone have your passport for any circumstances. Don't ever, you know. Calling the police is pointless. Yeah, you don't call the police for it. No, you just don't deal with it in the first place. But this is like the stuff that you don't know when you just show up there and they're like, let's get a jet ski, and next thing you know, they're trying to charge you for damage you didn't do and stuff. Yeah. But it's